Hello and welcome to 84 TV Radio. This is Weekly Review, a package of top stories in Outgone Week, reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. I am Jessica Ochai. Earlier in the week, we brought you a report on the Nigerian president warning against ethnic and religious prejudice in the country. According to the president, Muhammadu Buhari, promoting such divisive sentiments do not augur well for the nation's development. The president issued the warning Thursday in Abuja at a meeting with the leadership of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. The leadership of the body was led by its President General and Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar. President Buhari reaffirmed that his administration will continue to create the enabling environment for religious freedom as guaranteed by the Nigerian Constitution.
The federal government will continue to promote religious freedom as it is a constitutional responsibility. I must thank the Muslim Ummah for promoting inter-religious dialogue in the country. It is self-evident that if the country must work, we must continue to work together in spite of our ethnic, religious, and political differences, because Nigeria is a collective project. Accordingly, the federal government, under my leadership, does not and will not allow religious prejudice or partisanship to influence any of its decisions and policies. It is my solemn decision to be fair and just to all segments of the society.
Among top stories brought to you by 84 TV Radio within the week was a story on the arrival of Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari in Katsina State for a 4-day official visit. President Buhari was welcomed on arrival at the Umaru Musa Yar'Adua International Airport, Katsina, by Governor Aminu Masari, the Deputy Governor, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, and the Chief Judge. The President then boarded a helicopter to Daura, his hometown, where he was received at the helipad by district heads and traditional rulers led by the Emir Alhaji Faruk Umar Faruk. In the course of his stay in Daura, he is expected to, among other engagements, participate in his party's membership registration and revalidation exercise. According to the presidential aide, Buhari considers the exercise a very important one for the nation's democracy and its yearning for good leadership as a requirement for nation building. Buhari had earlier in a statement urged all Nigerians to get involved in the task of improving their society. We take a break now. More Weekly Review when we return. Stay with us.
Hello everyone, my name is Raja Hadiza Mahmoud.
I am Abdullahi Bunza.
My name is Abdullah Mohamed Sanusi.
I am Alhaji Kamsalem.
My name is Sani Muazu.
Keep watching
84 TV Radio.
84 TV Radio.
84 Television Radio. It is the place to be.
For credible and reliable.
Credible and reliable.
credible and reliable
information.
84 TV Radio. Reliable and credible.
Welcome back. Also within the week, we brought you a report on Nigeria's power sector. The quest for sustained and adequate energy remains very compelling in Nigeria. Despite being the largest economy in sub-Saharan Africa, the gains of Nigeria's enormous resource endowment have consistently fallen short of expectation. This has necessitated advocacy for alternatives away from the heavy dependence on thermal energy in the midst of other sources. This report focuses on nuclear energy, which experts say may well bring about the needed boost required to upscale the country's growth and development. The reports.
Even as the biggest economy in Africa, Nigeria faces limitations in its power sector, constraining its further growth and development. Pundits agreed that power is essential to growth, as every aspect of development is driven by one form of energy or the other. What applies to healthcare impacts also on education, construction, agriculture, industry, manufacture, and a host of all others rely on power supply. As a complement to existing energies and to bridge the prevailing gaps. Experts push the need to focus energy on nuclear power as a solution to Nigeria's energy challenge. Nigeria is one amongst nations with massive endowments in large oil, gas, hydro and solar resources. The country on an aggregate has the potential to generate 12,522 megawatts of electric power from existing hydro and gas installations. However, the country is barely able to generate around 4,000 megawatts, which is grossly insufficient. With a population of roughly 200 million people, the average annual electricity consumption for residents is only 150 kilowatts. That is less than what it takes to run a refrigerator in the United States. There are shortages in generations, transmission and distribution systems. While total installed generating capacity in Nigeria stands at between 10 to 13 gigawatts, average operating capacity is only about 6 gigawatts and sometimes less. Uninterrupted power supply of electricity is as essential as life itself. Adequate electricity supply stimulates economic activities in any country because virtually every economic growth is tied to it. Views are quite strong that with steady power supply, the Nigeria economy stands to get a substantial boost.
If government were able to affect a lot of changes there, it will go a long way to help us economically. Businesses depend on electricity, especially the SMEs, the small and medium enterprises. And the growth of a country is dependent on the SMEs.
I think it will go a long way because most of the businesses or most of the activities that people engage into these days required steady power supply. So if we can achieve the feat, it will go a long way, putting a lot of people off street and also boosting the economy.
Opinions are equally favorable on how steady power supply can make Nigeria one of the best places in the world than it is now.
Had it been the electricity is regular, people will not go for generator. All the tellers and other people using electricity, at least they will be fast in their work than to hire money for fuel and electric generator. So I believe if we have a steady light in Nigeria, Nigeria will be better than any other country.
Experts say existing poorly performing hydro plants and interruptions in the gas supply must be boosted by other alternatives energy sources. Nuclear is a top consideration in this direction.
Nigeria is one of the energy-starved countries, and in my mind, paying attention to nuclear programs leading to energy security is very, very important. Nuclear gives you high-density electricity for industrialization. China realized that. Currently, they are building about 20 nuclear power plants for industrialization. The UAE, Dubai, realized that they cannot sustain the kind of city they have without high-density electricity. Currently now, Dubai has built 4 nuclear power plants. And looking at Nigerian population with energy, energy gives you the security. Talking about our welders on the street, talking about people that sell food, talking about our homes. We all need energy energy is all around us. And without energy, we cannot be able to do anything. I came to the studio because there is energy from the sun. So also energy contributes to our economy. So the way forward for Nigeria is to embark on nuclear power program to have the needed high-density electricity to power our industries. Hydro is not reliable because it's a seasonal issue. You see, if now there's no rainfall, it is popularly believed ever since I was growing that once rainfall ceases, the volume of water decreases and the megawatts on our grids continues to decrease. Reach the gap of gas supply because you have thermal powers. When there is a pipeline vandalism, you are cut off from your thermal power. And when there is no rainfall, you are cut off from the high volume of electricity you get from hydro. So nuclear, of course, I just told you that the probability of it being hit by terrorism is very, very remote because of the security that is involved. And I've told you about how security is very, very important in the nuclear industry. So it's a highly safe industry, different from what people think. Security is a priority, is a global thing. So I think having nuclear in our energy mix is very, very important to be able to support agriculture, to support healthcare services, to support research and development.
The need for adequate and uninterrupted power supply is central to the growth of nation's economy. Alex Emmanuel, AD4 TV Radio, Abuja.
On a lighter mood, do you know that strawberries are the only fruits with seeds on the outside? And according to research, there are 200 seeds in an average strawberry. Remember, coronavirus is real. Ensure you wash your hands regularly. Use alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Wear your masks, besides maintaining social distancing. And that's it on AD4 TV Radio Weekly Review, coming to you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at AD4 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4 TV Radio as well. Many thanks for watching. I am Jessica Ochai.